Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. How things change quite quickly. If you have a look at the shadow on the roof now, instead of being halfway across over the full width, we're now getting the angle of the roof. So it only comes up to there now and it angles away. So that's probably a third of the roof now not getting the sun. Also, because obviously the sun's rising later and setting sooner, the point at which it comes over the roof is changing and it's becoming later. It's now nearly 1 o'clock, which technically, British summertime, is midday. That's the daftness of it. It should be 12 o'clock, but it's not. It's 1 o'clock because we messed with the clocks. So midday, and we are in as much sun as we're going to get, and that says 21 degrees, that says 25, the real temperature will be about 22, I suspect 23, yeah, just on 23. I'm comfortable with that, you know, that is absolutely fine. Now obviously if I don't open the door it will gradually increase because it will build. I could then put the humidifier on, up the humidity, and leave the door shut and see what happens today. You have to bear in mind the heat wave type temperatures have passed by here where I live. They're still high in parts of the UK, mainly in the east, London and out towards the east coast, North Sea and all that. But here those temperatures are gone. It's expected to have a peak along the coast here of 23, 24 today. Now if the outside temperature is that, it's not going to affect the inside temperature, only the sun will. So we're getting there. Hopefully we might be coming to the point where the door doesn't need to be propped open anymore. But we'll wait and see. You know, we've passed our 4th heat wave now. Doesn't mean to say we're not going to get another one. But we can't get another one here in July. It's the last day of July now. Oh, that month went quick. It went quick because it was so repetitive each day. Outside, hose pipe, watering can, do this, do that, you know. Same in here, you know, wait for the temperature to start rocketing, prop the door open, keep everything hydrated, and so we go on. Anyway, what we're going to do now is go on a little adventure. It's so quiet when you step outside. That's what I like about this place. It's a little white butterfly. That's a small white. Part of the set of whites that are collectively called cabbage whites because their caterpillars feed on the brassica stuff. They'll rip your sprouts and your cabbages to pieces if you've got vegetable plots, if you don't deal with them. Hence the name. The geranium here, as you can see, put on an absolutely fantastic show, but these blooms don't last long. You get a week to a week and a half and then they start doing this, and then the whole thing starts looking tatty, and then you have to take them off and wait for the next set to come. The marjoram? Yeah, I think it's marjoram, but there's 3 different types in there. This is doing its flowers, some are in flower, some to come, and under normal circumstances there's a lot of bees come on this and hoverflies. I haven't seen anything else. I saw a couple of the hedge browns or meadow browns, whichever you want to call them, settle on here briefly, but otherwise not really. Anyway, we're going on an adventure, taking our life in our hands down this flipping alleyway. You can see why. You've got holes down here. Some of these pavers are quite hollowed out underneath. They're all at funny angles. Now when it's dry like this it's not too bad, but it can get pretty grim down here, quite honestly. And then you come up to somewhere like this and you've got a huge hole like that. Now that's a rat hole. but as you can see it's got dead leaves and twigs and stuff in it, so it's not currently in use, which are good. But I've been shopping. Now I poked this through the gate from the car. This guy next door loves everything to be tidy. I mean, look at those bikes and the scooters. They're all absolutely neat and tidy. They're not just, you know, most kids would just chuck them up against the wall, wouldn't they? But he loves things to be tidy. Right, so what we've got here is weatherboard, which is thick at one end and thin at the other end. And I just have to change. No, I can do it with the same hand. So I've just got, it's taken me a long time to find somebody who can sell me one. They basically come in packs of 10, either 1.8 metres or 2.4. And that's what all the DIY places sell, packs of 10. They won't sell me one. Whereas I've been to the timber yard today in Christchurch in town, because the road that leads to it is open again after much to do. So having gone over to Poole Hospital to have my echo this morning, I thought, I'm out, I'm in the car, it's not raining and it's not boiling hot, I'm going to do all my shopping. So I went and got this. I called in somewhere else and got something really important that I'm keeping to myself. And what else did I get? Oh, and I called in and got my prescription. So I got some more tablets. It's the same ones, it's just a repeat. Right. Right. So this, we can spin it around now. This is for the hole in the fence. Not now. As I said, it's midday, it's hot now. We will possibly get out tomorrow morning. It's not the sort of job, you know, because I want to do it early in the day before the sun gets round, and it's not the sort of job I would do early on a Sunday morning, because I'm not an inconsiderate sod like some of my neighbours are, excuse my French. So I'm just going to pop that on there. But that's what it's for. It's to do some sort of repair on the bottom couple of panels on that fence. So I shall probably have to scrape some of the dirt out and I can cut this into shorter pieces, because it's only got to go as far as the middle strut from the corner. So they're quite short pieces, and I can drill and screw directly into there. Probably take two, I suspect 3 pieces. You can see the bottom piece is rotten, and also there's pieces missing that have completely gone. So we'll have to do a bit of repair. And I'm not interested in making it look pretty, I'm just interested in filling the hole in, so that, because that's that's an entry for rats. Now, I have a hedgehog now and again. I haven't seen him in the garden for a bit. That doesn't mean to say he's not here, although they are active during the day. A lot of people think they only come out at night, but they do come out in the day. The thing is, I have seen the hedgehog use that hole, but I don't know whether his base is in my garden and he visits next door, or whether he lives next door and visits here. So I'm going to repair the fence. If he's in here, he's probably trapped, and he'll have to live in here, because he won't be able to get out through that hole anymore. I will have to put up with that one way or the other. That's just how it'll have to be. I would imagine there's enough food for him in here. If there wasn't food for him in here, why would he visit? He, she, or it. Now, if I'm in the mood and this job goes easy, in other words, measuring up, cutting to length, screwing in, and if it all goes well and I'm happy with it and I'm still in the mood, I might get the first coat of stain on the fence. Now, I can't do that panel, I can't do all of it, but I can do half of it, and I can go halfway down. That's all that'll get done. Obviously this panel I can coat up fully, and then in the main this whole corner will be a nice forest green. That may get another coat, but not I want to get that. That'll take 3 coats at least, because it's gone back to bare wood. Now this will have to have a coat both sides, because obviously once I fit it I won't be able to get at the back. So this will have to have 1 coat both sides, and then once it's fitted it will have another coat on its own, and then it will come in with the rest of the fence, which is going to need 3 coats. So it's going to take quite a while to get this corner finished up and looking nice. And at some point in the near future I will be off to my son's place, wherever he is, because he stays in different places, to get that last decking board cut to fit. Get that done, and then we're up and running. And then we need to get the pressure washer on the decking, get it all nice and clean, and then get some nice decking oil on it and seal it and make it good. And then it should last a reasonable amount of time. And the landlord wants to think themselves flipping lucky that I had a fair bit of help from my son, and you know, we had a reasonably good time doing it, and a chat and everything. I don't see my son very often, not like Hannah, who's down once a month-ish. Talking of which, she'll be down next weekend. Right, so that's all I wanted to show you. And then the next job I'm going to do, I've taken the padlock off the gate. I'm not filming it obviously, but I'm going to get these bags around the front ready to go to the recycling centre. I might have to bite the bullet and do that trip on my own. I mean, the last lot of stuff around there next door took it. He said, oh, I was going anyway, so I just chucked it on the wagon. But he doesn't seem to be keen on doing that this time. And there's quite a few green bags out there now, plus there's another 4 here and another one halfway up the alleyway that Hannah took round, but the gate was shut at the time, so she just left it by the gate. So that's 5 bags plus whatever's already there. So there's a trip just to do the garden bags. It's amazing, you start pruning in the garden, it's amazing how much you accumulate and how quickly it happens. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you, was there's a project now capable of being completed. So it's taken me quite a long time to find somewhere that would sell me 1 board. Not buying a pack of 10 when I only want 1. I don't need all of that. I won't use all of it. But I can keep some tucked away somewhere as a spare bit in case anything else goes wrong with the fence. It's all old and rotten, so you never know. Right, so that's all I'm doing today. I'm not watering anything. The only thing I will be watering is the couple of bare-rooted mounts. They get done every day now. But there isn't anything else due. Tomorrow I should be watering. Strictly speaking, I ought to be doing the cymbidiums and the peonies. So how dry these are. Yeah, they are getting dry. They need doing. Those more so than the cymbidiums. The cymbidiums will live off of their nice swollen bulbs. Not so much these, because the moisture and the feed in the pot is what's making the bulbs swell for this year. So, you know, it's more important to get them on there. I might end up doing both. We shall see how the day goes. And yeah, as I say, that's it. I know there's not a lot of orchid stuff going on at the moment, but I mean, if I film watering the peonies, I don't mind doing it, but not many people will watch it because I haven't long done it. And the video is going to be almost exactly the same as the last one. So there'll be some that will watch it because they watch whatever I post, thank you very much. And there will be those that are sort of new to the channel who've just found it, who saw the word peony in the title and thought, let's have a look at that, I might get some. You know, there's all sorts of reasons, but it won't get a high hit. I won't get lots of views if I do that as a video. But the chances are that's what I'll do because I haven't got much else on the go. There just isn't. Now, the next, I'm not doing it today, as I say, having been out shopping and been for my echo and everything, the time on the day is getting on. And do you know what I want to do? I want to get a glass of wine and go and sit on the decking, because it's nice and sunny, but it's not boiling hot out there. I need to get those bags sorted out first, but yeah, so I'm going to do that, have a sit in the sun for half an hour. That's about as much as I can take. I'm not one of these sun people who just like to flake out in the sun for, you know, hours at a time. I can't do that. I fidget. I get bored very quickly. But one of the viewers suggested videos I've decided to take up and it'll sort of combine two, because I'm going to do it as a sort of project, but I'm not going to call it a project. The suggestion was an orchid clinic. The idea being I pick on some orchids, not necessarily several at a time, maybe one at a time, maybe two or three at a time, that are not doing well, and discuss why I think they're not doing well, why they went downhill, and what I'm attempting to do to bring them back. Now that's possibly of interest to many people, possibly no matter what the orchid is, but it is dependent because you use different techniques for different types of orchids, but we shall see. But I'm proposing that soon. But today's Friday, this is today's video. I might do that tomorrow instead of the watering the peony video, which, you know, as I say, that'll, for quite a few people, that'll be boring enough that they won't bother watching. So we may start the clinic tomorrow. Sunday I'm in, so normal Sunday chat, and then we're into next week. Next week there will be a very special video, and that's all I'm saying. Bye for now.